We are back after a little bit of a break there. By the way, if you remember,
a bit of a break, no pun intended.
a little break down. Someone said, "Are y'all the break done?"
Never.
I was like, nope, not happening. Just real quick before we get into the episode, I just have to say, go, Christian. You're gonna have to bleep this. Go fucking Vols, dude. Go Vols. Sensei, as you now know, the Tennessee Volunteers run college athletics, and that's just starting with baseball. We just won our first natty in college baseball. Do you have anything to say? Are you now an honorary Vol?
Yeah, bro. I think I was like, it had to be an honorary Vol.
Yeah, at this point, your grandfather.
Once I started being Boys of Wade, I'm like, yeah, bro.
It's a part
Go
of it,
Vols.
dude. I'm gonna be the most obnoxious fan ever because Tennessee is now gonna dominate college sports. We are going to take the top of the mountain. It's just starting with baseball. Football's coming this year. I'm gonna say this right now. I'm putting $1,000 on Tennessee to win the national title in football. And if they do it,
They could do it.
we may go to the natty. We may go to the natty. I
Bro,
don't know
if
where they're holding it.
If they go, you got to go.
No, not just me. We gotta go. I gotta show you.
Yeah.
I feel like the best experience though would be to take you to an actual
home
Tennessee game.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
But
But
it wouldn't be the same, which is crazy to say.
yeah,
But true. True.
it would be the same. You would almost like the home game better, just because you're like, holy cow, what is this?
Right.
atmosphere?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. The vibe.
All right, but anyway, we are back, and today we're talking about a bunch of different stuff, but we're gonna start off with the biggest fight on everybody's mind right now in the influencer boxing scene. It's clearly the KSI 2v. It's the Jake Paul versus Mike. See, people are gonna like this.
Jake versus Mike,
Jake
right?
Paul versus Mike Perry. Yes.
Oh, not Mike Tyson?
Well, Mike Tyson's later down the road.
Oh, later.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, later on. Buddy.
Later.
You got to get the,
Down the road in time. Okay.
bro. He thought he could ride off into the sunset. Too bad. Not quite, buddy. He's riding off
in a wheelchair, dude.
Okay. All right. You don't cat daddy.
That's the
Don't-
picture.
No, we're not cat daddying, dude. What are you out here throwing freaking garbage out the front?
He's pushing the wheels.
This man's
for the
wafting a
wheelchair, bro.
fart. Look at him.
That's what Mike's doing
I know.
to walk in his walkout.
His walk out. His
In
wheel
the
out.
wheelchair, and Jake's still gonna knock him out, bro.
100%. That's the plan. That's the goal. All right. Team
Mike Perry.
So yeah, Mike Perry is first. What do you think of the fight, man?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's because it's fun still.
Yeah.
The only thing that kind of I kind of feel bad for Jake because the reason I feel bad for Jake because I sense the whole excuses already about to set in because you have like that clip that's gonna be like played I think by people like is the word where Mike says like you kick my ass or whatever.
It's already
Like,
started. Yeah. Where they were like,
From their sparring because they sparred before.
yeah, you kick my ass.
and it's
Mike
already
is,
been
he's like
been
spinning
known
it,
that Jake did well.
Mike is spinning it though. You know what he's saying? That's why I love Mike
Okay.
Perry, by the way.
Mike Perry's spinning it.
He's spinning it. He's become his own spin team.
What did he say?
He's like, I knew that camera was there. This was all a plan from the beginning. Wait, I'm gonna do Mike Perry's voice. I knew that camera was there. This was all a plan from the very beginning. When you punched me in my face, Jake Paul, I told you right in your face that yeah, you might have kicked my ass, but I was coming back to win in this fight. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Mike Perry for you. But yeah,
bro, this is the same guy who had no corner person for his UFC
that's
fight
not true.
and also
Whoa,
came out
whoa, whoa. That's
to
not true.
Halo.
That's not true.
Experienced corner person.
You didn't say experience first. He did have a corner person. And quite frankly, Sensei, I'll ask you because you're wifed up. If you're in a bind, if you're in a pickle, and you need somebody in your corner and ain't nobody there that you're trying to pay 40 racks to, let's say. Instead, you could have
40
wifey.
racks is crazy. 40 racks is crazy, yeah.
I mean, I don't know what the number is, but let's just say you could have wifey instead. You know what I'm saying? And we know wifey's a badass in her own right. She got some skill.
The only problem is I would hate to put her in that situation, dude, because that would I'd feel so bad.
What she was doing. So what we're talking about is Mike Perry in a UFC fight at one point got upset that he was paying so many people in his camp
Yep.
to corner him, so he decided to have his wife as girlfriend, I think at the time, but now his wife, corner him.
Mm-hmm.
And they asked him after the fight what she did. Oh, yeah. Also, like you said, they played the wrong Halo theme as he walked into the octagon. He wanted the Halo from the video game, the oh.
And fair play, he sang it out loud, dude. Loud
he
and
rolled
proud.
with it. He started playing Beyonce's Halo, and he rolled with it. They asked him after the fight what he thought about his wife's corner work. He was like, yeah, she did good. All she did was, tell me it was going to be okay and told me I looked good in there and put the ice on me.
Yeah, he gave me some water in between the rounds.
That's amazing, though. You look good out there, right? I love it. It's no.
But I was saying, I feel like there's going to be some excuses said. I said I feel like I feel bad for Jake because of I think there might be excuses set in, even though there shouldn't be. If he beats Mike Perry,
man, no.
Handedly,
there always will be
in the
that,
world.
though. There will always be that.
Not necessarily.
Who's the guy that if Jake beats him, people aren't going to point to something? Tommy Fury?
Well, yeah, if you rematch Tommy.
No, you know what would happen?
So
we got to see a third one now. I'm saying it would be that.
Okay,
it would be that.
Depending on the win, but I know I just feel like because the context of they've sparred before,
mm-hmm.
and he got the
you're
better.
Familiar with him, and you bigger,
right,
and you beat him up.
You're picking
already.
a guy who you already beat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And again, I'm not the one saying that. I'm just saying that I feel bad because I feel like if he goes out and performs,
well, okay,
he's not going to get the due respect that he should deserve if he goes out there and starches Mike Perry.
Also, random. Who is the better corner person, Michael Goggins or Mike Perry's girlfriend?
Mike Perry's girlfriend,
Yeah,
for sure.
For sure, dude. 100%. We don't need people carrying the boats at that point. We already carried boats, dude. We're already in the deep water. The boats can't be carried.
Yeah, bro, because you can do too much, and it's better to do too little than too much.
And Michael Goggins
As
is
a
the
corner
definition
person.
of too much.
Get in the way, or you're going to get in the way or getting out of the way. And
He's like, puke in this bucket, Tony. Come on. It's like in the middle of a fight here, Mike.
No, I'm taking wifey.
Yeah, wifey for that one. Okay, so let's look at it this way. What do you think about the matchup itself?
I think another great matchup for Jake.
Okay, explain.
Mike is available to be hit. Doesn't mind being hit. Very square. Likes to.
I'm telling Mike you told him he was a lame. By the way, I'm telling him you said that.
I didn't say lame.
You said he was a square. That's crazy.
No. I said fight square, bro. The stance.
I got you.
Very square.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And he also seems like he can get set up. And he don't mind being set up because he's like, all right, I'm going to take your best shots, and then here's mine.
Yeah, he literally told Jake, he was like, you're going to punch me in my face. It's going to hurt, but I'm going to punch you back harder. I am planning on getting hit in the face. That's what I want. And I'm like.
And yet the people forget, dude, Jake Paul is not 170 pounds.
Nope.
180 pounds. This is a big boy, bro. And this is, again, that's why I'm like, okay, it's Mike Perry. If they were both around the same weight class, do you know what I'm saying?
No, I get it.
Okay.
I get it. And Mike is
they're not the same.
Mike is going to have to work to stay at around 200. That's like body size.
Right.
He's going to have to work to stay there. Jake can comfortably be 200. In fact, he's going to have to cut to 200 now since he got as big as he was.
Yeah, he's beat Eddie, who was a lifetime 55er.
Right. So that's what I was going to show here. There's a sequence here. We're not gonna watch this whole thing because I don't know how bare knuckle does stuff, but this is probably the closest I could get to what Mike is gonna see, at least in some form. And obviously we're gonna be a little bit off because Eddie Alvarez. We're talking about the Mike Perry Eddie Alvarez bare knuckle fight. Eddie was a lifetime 55er. He probably walks around at about 180, something like that. But he's not in fight shape at 180, so you could probably put him at 165, whatever. I don't know what the weight class. This is middleweight here, so it's probably 170, 180. I don't know how their classes are.
Yeah, I don't know.
Set in bare knuckle, but regardless, he's not 215 walking around, 220 walking, whatever Jake is coming down to 200. And even in this fight, Mike Perry's big thing in bare knuckle is his ability to take punches. Right, he's got an iron chin. Luke Rockhold stuck a left hand on him and wobbled him, but he stuck through it, knocked Rockhold's tooth out.
And Rockhold's a lifetime middleweight,
and Rockhold's a big boy. But again,
yeah, he is.
The fight style that you see from Luke is not what you're going to see from Jake, which is why I think the Eddie fight is more accurate.
Yeah.
So there's just moments here where, again, you when you watch Mike, first off, you see the half tie clinch, right, which you're not going to get away with in the boxing ring. I know you're a big fan of this. You know, Kenny has introduced you to this a couple times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Cut that out, Kenny. Cut it out.
So this is going to be an issue if it's natural for you, which it is for Mike, to do in the clinch.
100%.
You know, your referee's going to have to be, you know, on top of things. But that kind of stuff right there is what worries me.
Yeah, bro. Tall.
Stupid tall. Posture straight
up and down.
Chin straight up. No move off center line. Hold that left hook. You know, he eats that one because he sees that one. But again, eats another one. He's firing. Like, that's a nice hand from Mike. He's letting it fly.
For sure.
You know? Letting him go.
The one thing I will say is that we're not going to worry. I don't think we have to worry about like the Anderson Silva thing where he's going to like take it easy.
Nope.
We don't got to worry about the lights being too bright.
Nope.
We don't got to put pressure. So I think that the thing that's going to be good is that Mike Perry on the night, because we know how he fights.
Yeah.
He's going to bring a fight.
100%. I mean, dude.
Even Nate Diaz was a little like.
Walked right through that. Watch this.
Making a joke of it at times.
Watch this. Boom, son.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, whatever, cool. And he's like, yeah, eat those. The problem is you can eat those in bare knuckle, and you maybe even be able to eat those in boxing for a time period, and maybe against guys at a lower weight class. But Jake is bigger, and while he's not the most experienced boxer, he knows how to turn punches over, and he knows how to throw combinations, and now he's learning how to set punches up.
Yeah, heavy hands. Yep.
None of which Mike Perry has a strength of in his own right. Mike is not a set-up volume puncher. Mike is not a experienced boxer. Mike is a tough, I mean, listen, I hate to say a tough man, but that's what bare knuckle successes are. It's a tough man sport.
Right.
With technique and some skill, but it's not the Marcus of Queensberry, you know?
No.
And stuff like that is going to get you clipped and hurt, buddy. And another one. And yeah, he's walking through that stuff right now, but even Eddie here, and I think this is the exchange, Eddie catches him hard. And that one buckles a little, right? And it's because he doesn't see this left hook and zoom, that quick. And Mike's able to regain himself and come back to it, but that's the problem.
He's so tall, bro.
Is how tall he is and how high his chin stays and how much of a lack of a jab he throws. Boom.
Jake is going to go 1 jab to the body, 2 jab to the body, step, feint, overhand city.
So
Wood part 2, bro.
Well, I was going to say this. Do you expect a little bit of a clunky fight? Do you expect a high volume fight? Do you expect some?
But Jake's going to find him, bro. Jake always does.
Yeah. This is what I'm thinking right now.
Again, because the weight classes, and I feel like Mike's going to miss. Jake's going to be smart. Jake's not going to – I think Mike is going to probably fight a more aggressive and risky fight than Jake.
For sure.
You know, definitely. Jake's going to be smart, clinch at times, even if he gets into trouble. And then even if, again, Mike finds confidence, maybe he lands something. All right, got him.
Yeah.
And then Jake's like, here we go, red button. Boom.
Exactly that.
That's exactly what happens,
Yeah.
you know? And again, I think Mike Perry's perfectly set up for that, and you have this confidence, and there's weight classes for a reason.
I just don't like when guys have audible confidence in their chin, you know?
Yeah, it's never a good sign.
Like, you can have confidence in your chin, but for it to be the audible, like, difference maker for you, that's where I'm like,
No, the confidence should be in your defense.
Exactly. Your movement, your skill, your
ability to get your chin not to be touched.
Right. Mike said something in their face-to-face that I thought was like one of the best things, and we're going to take a look at some clips here. The thing started off with essentially, you know, Mike hitting Jake with I'm tougher than you, you're green in this sport, I'm a more well-rounded fighter, and I'm going to take punishment to give punishment. And Jake's like, yeah, that's because you're a fucking idiot. He's like, I don't get hit like you get hit. He's like, I'm smarter than you. And Mike's like, oh, yeah, well, good thing fighting's not about being smart. And I was like, oh, shit. Damn it, Mike. That's not one we want to hang our hat on, dude.
Oh, man.
But this
man is the face of bare knuckle fighting.
Dude, he's the man. I love him to death.
This is Chuck Liddell. This is Iceman in the UFC.
Facts. Reincarnated. This is
Tito Ortiz.
some clips from their face. He is Tito, bro. He's gonna be clips from their face to face from the other day. Let's take a look.
There's nothing you can do about it. I'm in there all night long. You're gonna get married to
I
my
kind of like
fifth.
that. Get all up in there, bro. I do. Yes, I do, bro. I want to be married. I want to be entangled with you forever. I'll even hit you with a little reach around, brother, if you want that.
Yeah. I like that.
Because I'm ready to go all the way. You say your hands are bisexual. My hands are all types of sexual: trisexual, bisexual, asexual, pansexual.
But that's what I meant
you
when
can
I
get
said
it
That man said trisexual. I'm dead.
any way you want.
And Mike's doing freaking fraternity slide. Bye, Trey. Bye.
Any
Whatever
way you
you wanna
want.
do.
Let's get married, bro. Get up all in my face. And I kind of would like it if you put your nuts in my mouth. I'm not even going to lie.
We already signed the papers, man. It's already written.
So Mike had said he was gonna put his knucks and said his knuckles in his mouth, and Jake heard nuts.
Oh, Lord.
That man said, "I love that freaky shit." But this is what you get. This is another thing that we didn't talk about.
This is why it's a fun fight.
Exactly.
This
Is it, bro.
Yeah.
This is the reason. This is one of the most fun fights you can make in influencer boxing.
Great choice.
Fantastic, because it brings you back to 2021 when Jake was doing the trolling of Tyron Woodley and Ben Askren, and they were, to be honest, Ben Askren sold that fight well, and so did Tyron at times.
Yeah.
That is what this has, and it's a perfect blend, because you know what it is? It's because Jake is trolling clearly, and Mike has no idea or doesn't care.
Yeah.
Because
his face is hilarious in the whole thing, just blank face.
At the end of it, Jake is like, they're gonna end it, and Jake's like, "I love you, Mike. I love you," and Mike's sitting there, super stone faced, and he's all, "Yeah, I'll love you after the fight, but I'm serious. I'm not coming in to play games. I'm not here to love you, whatever." And Jake's like, "If you're not gonna love me, then I'm done." And Mike's like, "Well, what are we supposed to do, Jake? We're gonna fight." Like, he has no idea that Jake's trolling him, and it's so funny, dude. So yeah, dude, I mean, I'm with you. I think that this is a dangerous fight for Mike mostly, but also for Jake. I had seen some people online saying, "Oh, it's not a big risk because he's gonna beat Mike." I think it's a massive risk, because
Mike's gonna bring the fight.
yes, the Mike aspect of it is dangerous. I just think it's dangerous taking a fight right now when you have Mike Tyson on the back end.
Yeah.
Netflix deal, the whole thing. Let's say that Mike Perry is able to just freaking eat all these punches for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then knock Jake out.
Yeah.
Or something. He wins the fight.
Yeah.
Bro, you might have just lost out on the Netflix deal.
Yeah.
You might have just lost out on the number one
Also,
first
Mike-
combat sport on Netflix in history.
That's Jake, though.
What's that?
So that's Jake.
No, I know.
Jake
I'm
Paul
not
being
saying
Jake
it's a
Paul.
bad thing. I'm just saying that's why I think it's a massive
Yeah.
risk. Mike is going to
For
fight
sure.
an aggressive style.
When's the last time Mike has fought?
He just fought a couple last month.
That's what I was going to say. The biggest thing about this, I think, maybe I'm forgetting and people can't forget too, is that Mike is actively winning fights.
He's super active, yeah.
And that's the thing too, because a lot of the thing about Jake's fighters is that they haven't been active. They've been inactive.
Yeah, true.
Haven't fought in a while. And people who have, the fighters who've had experience were not active fighters.
True.
Because I think, who was it? Nate was probably the most active? Or was it Anderson? Like, who was the most active, experienced fighter that he fought?
I mean, if you're talking like
Talking about MMA fighters, people.
MMA fighters,
like big names, not the.
no, Tyron
guys
was probably more active than Nate has been.
The more recently.
Nate was probably, because Nate had just got that fight where he had triangled Tony Ferguson and then dipped.
Right. But
I
not
don't know.
like, see, they're not.
But yeah,
So
it's
that's what I'm
not
saying,
like what
Mike
Mike's
Perry
doing.
is
Mike's off a month
big
ago.
difference.
You know what I'm saying?
Month ago, bare knuckle.
Yeah.
In there, boxing.
Yeah.
You know,
So this is an interesting
So,
fight.
makes it super legit.
Early prediction. What are you saying?
Oh man, Jake Paul, Mike Perry snoring on the canvas. That's all.
It's 8 rounds at 200 pounds.
Oof.
Jake says it's not going past 3.
I believe him, but I think it might go a little bit further.
Mike says he's putting Jake out in the 7th. This reminds me of the Ben Askren situation. Mike's a better striker than Ben, but you know what I mean? Like, Ben was like, I'm going to tire you out. I'm going to,
Yeah.
People think that Jake just gets like, devastatingly tired. He's dropped a
Jake
lot of
in
his
2.
guys late.
It could be Jake in 1, but I'm saying Jake in 2.
Okay.
Just because I feel like Mike could be like, I got this kid, and then he's totally surprised. Here's the thing. They have sparred before, though.
This was
I keep forgetting that. For Mike as well.
Yeah.
Mike is he'd be saying this, but he probably has some respect. If he has some respect for Jake, which is, again, the biggest thing for, like, I feel like when people fight Jake, they have no respect for him.
I get no
So
respect.
maybe we'll have someone, maybe finally somebody who respects his power.
Yeah.
But again, is Mike going to start fighting smart? Like, he just admitted.
I don't know.
Good thing you don't have to be smart to fight. What the?
I don't know, dude.
Jake in 2.
All right, well, you guys let us know in the comments. What do you think? Jake Paul, Mike Perry, official. Is it as dangerous as we think it is, or is this just another way for Jake Paul to get some activity under his belt for the Mike Tyson fight? We don't have those answers, but guess we'll find out.
I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then I go